Hello. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to my channel. This month we're going to talk about vibrato. So I'm going to wait a few minutes, let some people flow in, and we're going to talk about vibrato, what vibrato is. We're going to do some warm ups to get ourselves into it and all of that. And if you are on IG, meet me over on YouTube. YouTube people, if you aren't following me on IG, please do at I am Skylar Reed or my studio page, Skylar's Music Studio. So yeah. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and I will get to it. I will get to it. Okay. And this video was requested by Rahul Singh on YouTube. So thanks so much for requesting this video. I appreciate all of your requests. I've been getting a lot of vocal tutorial requests for riffs and runs and whatnot. So I'm appreciative. Thank you for the suggestions. I definitely plan on getting to all of it, as much as I can. So yeah. So let's get into it. Let me think. So vibrato. The actual definition of vibrato, so we understand what we're talking about. It's a rapid, slight variation in pitch in singing or playing some musical instruments, producing a stronger or richer tone. And thinking of singers that use vibrato, Fantasia, Beyonce for sure. It's a thing a lot of singers use. John Legend, like their tone, it's a great way to just like add color, more color to a sound and whatnot. So, in other words, vibrato is a free and easy sound. Basically, you switch straight tone, you add a little tension to your vocal cords to focus it, but the vibrato, you take out the tension. So with that straight tone, you're usually trying to focus. So if you're singing a note in straight tone, it'll be like, so it's just straight. I'm really focusing on it. I'm really, maybe tightening my chords just a little bit to really add that focus. With vibrato, it's more free. If you think of if you've grown up in church and you've seen a choir, Baptist more specifically, that's what I remember. The old ladies in the Baptist choir, a lot of times they use a lot of vibrato. It's like what you might hear. That's so exaggerative. I'm exaggerating so much, but basically that is vibrato. So energize vibrato with the breath. That's how I do it. I use a lot of my breath support to energize. I feel like you definitely need more breath to tackle it. And of course, like I said, you are just being more free. It's less pressure on your throat, I think. It's less focusing on that tone. You're just letting it go. Everyone has a vibrato, or not everyone has one, but some people may have it naturally and it can be taught as well. Most people, they might have a vibrato. And if you think of like Jussie Smollett, when he first started Empire, his vibrato was very fast. So some people might have a really fast vibrato where they have to learn how to control it and maybe slow it down and use that breath support to really focus it in. And some people might just have like a regular vibrato. And some people might not have any vibrato where they have to like work on. I've worked with singers where we had to work on finding it and getting it and tackling it and learning how to get it each time, basically. So we're gonna do a few warm-ups real quick to tap into vibrato. These warm-ups that I do with my students for lessons, and I think it will be helpful. So you're going to build your diaphragm's dexterity by singing pulses on ha. We're going to do it like 3 times. So we're going to do a 3-note scale. Ha, 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 like that. And the idea is like, you really just want to engage with your core, because like vibrato is such a stronger tone, it's just more strength. So you want to make sure you're engaged with your core and you're using the right muscles to tackle it. So let's do it. I don't want you to be going ha's from your throat. Ha, ah, ah. I don't need to hear you feeling your throat like clapping, your vocal cords clapping together, closing and opening. It's really all from the core, all from your lungs and your diaphragm. So 1, 2, ready, and ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. And I'm holding out the last one so you can kind of hear a little bit of vibrato on that hell one. That's one where you're really feeling like how it naturally would feel in your body. Like it literally feels like a wave. And how you're doing those ha's, ha, ha, ha. It's like a wave. Ha. Like you really feel like it's like this going on with the breath and all that. So we're gonna do a held note. I love this held note warm up. I do it in many different ways, like different things we could do with it. We can do crescendos. We could just like add different tones, and it's just a great warm up to just focus in on what you're trying to do. So it's a held 8-note warm up. We're gonna hold it for 8 counts. We're gonna do 1 straight and then 1 with vibrato. So I want you to focus on being straight and then focus on not being straight and focus on just being free and letting the breath flow. And real quick, I want to do this back and forth so you can kind of get the idea, because the whole thing with vibrato, it's like you're almost going to a different note, but you're not really. It's just like a wave. So anyway, just want to get that out of the way. All right, so we're gonna hold it up for 8 counts, and then we're gonna be straight. So 1, 2, let's do it on O. And breathe. Half step. So that's with vibrato. Now back to straight. With vibrato. And I will say I'm definitely pushing way more air out when I'm adding the vibrato. With vibrato. Two more, straight. With vibrato. And I did that last one with the same dynamic where I was trying to just stay soft, because you don't have to be loud when you do vibrato, but most of the time, it happens when you're loud. It's a great way to belt. Great thing to do when you're belting. Something good tone to add. So the last one we're gonna do real quick is do, mi, sol, do, sol, mi, do, which is, do that on numbers. It'll be 1, 3, 5, 8, 5, 3, 1. 1, 3, 5, 8, 5, 3, 1. But we're gonna do it on C, and we're gonna hold the at the top. So 1, 2, ready, and C, and then definitely try to add that vibrato every time. C, C, One more. All right, cool beans. So that's that for the vibrato. If you guys gained a better understanding of what vibrato is from this video, leave a comment, let me know. If you want to know more about it, just ask your questions, let me know. DM me on Instagram. I am Skylar Reed, Sky's Music Studio. Before I go, I want to give some quick tips on practicing. In my life recently, I've just been busy, y'all. I've been busy, and it's just like, how life, you might have some busy seasons, basically. And this has definitely been one of those seasons, like the beginning of the new year. And it still feels like it's the beginning, it still feels like January to me. I don't understand how we're halfway through March. I don't understand what's going on. But everything's been busy between teaching, life. It's been a beautiful, amazing journey, very good, happy vibes, good things going on, good things in the works. But with that, I haven't had the most time to focus in on my craft and well, not say my craft, because I do a lot of things within music. So I do music, but specifically practicing my voice. Okay, we'll do that. That part of my craft. And I'm noticing, just finding different ways to fit it in where I can. So some quick things you could do: warm up in the shower. When you shower and the hot water is running, it's the best for your voice. It feels good. You sound great when you're in the shower because of the warmth on your vocal cords. It like just loosens everything up and just sound beautiful. You just do. So practice in the shower. Do some hums, whatever. Do some hum warm ups. Do some lip trills. Just warm up your voice in the shower. You can sing through a light song in the shower. And just practice that way. Another place and time you could practice is before or after work, depending on how good your voice feels. In the car, I have been having practices in the car because my commute has gotten a little bit longer. So I'm like, you know what? Let me put on this instrumental. And I recently found out, like, I use Tidal for my music consumption. And I recently found out, like, they do have instrumentals and stuff on Tidal, which is interesting, from Summer Walker songs, Ari Lennox songs, like they're there. And of course you can make YouTube playlists, whatever's easiest to do and manage while you're driving, so you're not distracted by looking at your phone. But the point is to create a playlist of songs that you're working through and practice while you're on your ride, to and from work or to and from a meeting, or what have you. It'll just be beneficial to do something when you can, rather than waste the time listening, or if you have no time at all, like, try to fit it in where you can. So the shower, the car, I think those are some pretty good places. You won't really bother anybody. Say you have a lot of people around, you have roommates, all that stuff. It's helpful. I want you guys to hit that subscribe button if you can. And I'll do a quick cool down, and then I'll let you go. So cool down, just cool down our voice. We didn't do too much, but a good cool down. And it's something you should implement when you have warm-ups and practices where you're doing a whole lot of vocal work. Cool down your voice, get it back to normal. Just like if you did a sport, you might have like a cool down brisk walk or something. If I did track, if you was running a whole lot, and then you have to like relax it and relax your muscles, or you might stretch at the end, something like that. Anyway, we're gonna do a humming slur. Let me see. Yeah, let's do that. We'll do a not a humming slur, but let's do a slur on ah. And we're gonna just focus on the low notes. So I'm gonna go up a little bit and then go back down. You can get really lazy with it. Add a vocal fry. One more. All right, cool. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great one. Peace.